Alright guys, welcome back to Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. As you can clearly see, level 64. No, not that stupid crap at the top. Level 64. Finally made it into the level 60s. Got my weapon. Got my armor. And now, here's the mission that I was supposed to be doing with Ina, with the whole lookout tower thing. So, yeah, let's get this.
Hey, thanks so much for coming.
I finally found it the last time. Well, after the last stream, I should say.
There's something that's been on my mind.
Now, this is gonna be a unfortunate day for the enemies. This is a level 15 quest, level 64. Oh yeah, definitely gonna kill every last one of them in one shot. When they're not one shot, then you know, just speaking figuratively here. For this loading.
I want to make a grave for my dad. Or, well, not really a grave per se. More like a monument. I want there to be a physical reminder of how my dad and the others fought for us. That way, the memory of how they protected the town with their very lives will live on forever and ever, I hope. So, I wanted to know if you'd come with me. You will? Thanks. Then, let's go.
And after I do this, I gotta do these, you know, go around the map, talk to everybody, like, or the mini episodes, however they want to call it on this game.
I reached out to Manon too, but no response. It sounds like Crawford is keeping her busy lately, so let's just go ourselves. First, we have to find something to use as a monument. Why don't we try the forest? This is a lot of enemies. Let's take some out to clear the way for our search.
Not like the look of it. Do not like the fact that 666 for... Okay, I guess I can't do anything about that then. Oh well. I tried.
Oh. You know, this is where my dad and the others trained. They always gave it 110%. But they never let me join them. Dad always told me to stay back because I was still too green. So, all I ever did was watch everyone else. Can't say I loved that. I'm not really seeing anything we can use. Let's try by the sea.
Trial start.
What? Dolls? Let's get rid of them.
Success!
We got him! Alright, let's keep heading for the sea.
We? That pretty much did the work.
This place hasn't changed a bit. What beautiful flowers. Let me pick a few.
Is that target? See what? Oh, now we see it.
Trial start.
What are dolls doing here? This one looks tough. Be on your guard.
Success.
Attention all ARC defenders. We are planning a large-scale operation in Alien.
That should do it.
We request the participation of all ARC...
Yeah, shut up. Don't care about the urgent force for it. I really wish I could turn off those communications, but I don't think I can.
Dad's sword. Yeah, I'm glad I found it. I have an idea. Mind following me up the hill? Dad loved gazing at the world from here. I always looked up to my dad. He was my inspiration, my protector. I was so proud of him. This will prove how hard he and the others fought for us, don't you think? You think? Here's hoping. Hey, thanks for coming with me today. This isn't like a formal reward, but I hope it gets my feelings across. Take it. I have to keep doing even better if I don't want Dad to get on my case. Here's to growing together.
I don't want to jinx it, but why do I have the feeling that it's going to end up disappearing? do this. And then I'll do the main story in the ice area. The virus.
Oh, it's you. Good timing. Can I talk to you for a moment?
Apologies if you heard that.
I still have a hard time believing this happened. Aleo Town just gone, just like that. The town was responsible for defense all the way from South Aleo to West Aleo. It covered the area that's cut off from Central City by the mountains. But dolls often attack from the sea as well. Even now, it's hard to predict where they might attack from. It was a tall order for the people of Aleo Town. But they were always more than up to the task. Thanks to their efforts, Central City didn't face any serious danger for a long time. As you might expect from people with such responsibility, they were pretty tough. But Garoa was a cut above the rest. Mind, body, and spirit in perfect balance, and all at a very high level. His instincts were honed by experience, and he knew how to execute on them. Aleo Town and Central City would do practice drills together once in a while. It was all friendly, of course, but things could get pretty competitive. I used to get matched up against Garoa often. I never did manage to beat him, not even once. It's true, not a single time. He left us before I could settle the score. I'm not sure Arx will ever have another defender quite like him. He was a force of nature when he fought, but he was so easy to get along with otherwise. He was warm. Just being around him was enough to make all my little worries melt away. All the other townspeople were kind-hearted too. I can't allow them to have died in vain. Let's make sure that doesn't happen.
Doesn't he grow once? There goes it. Kind of like you can hold your own real good, but
What are you doing here? Wow, that means a lot to me.
I want to be nice at
I
least.
visit too, once in a while. I give my dad updates about what's going on. Like, hey, this is what I did the other day. Or, hey, I'm thinking about doing this or that.
Sorry, I accidentally hit the headphones.
Talking to him like that while I clean up the monument really helps calm me down. And it also brings back memories. I remember this one time I was practicing gliding by myself, and I got stuck in this really tall tree. Or another time I was hunting tames, and I got completely lost.
That sounds like a Zorro moment.
My dad would always come flying to bail me out with this super angry look on his face. And then he would take me aside and tell me not to do that kind of thing. The people of the town would always stick up for me when my dad got like that. They'd all try to comfort me and then go get in my dad's face for me and stuff. I used to hate it because I really didn't want any kind of special treatment. But looking back, now I understand they were all just doing that because they really cared about me. And now they're all gone. It hurts. I'm okay. They laid down their lives for us. There's no way I can let them down. Well, time to give my dad an update. Wanna do it with me?
Oh great, you're here too. The second I move away, I thought that was just a random player.
I finally made it here. I'm sorry it took me so long. All my friends. Garoa. I've known about this place for a while.
I might have said Grorora. I can't even say his name right. Whatever, I'll just say Gra and just leave it at that.
But when Aina called me while you two were building this, I just couldn't answer her call. I was too afraid to face reality. I have a feeling that I'm not really facing it even now. Not directly, anyway. Garoa used to always ask me to make sure I kept an eye on Aina. He probably didn't mean anything by it at the time.
Oh, Gora. I thought it was... whatever. Screw it. I'm still gonna call him Gra, because I don't care.
It was probably just because I was the closest to Aina in terms of age. I guess he just thought it would be nice for her to have a big sister. But now, that responsibility is a huge weight on my shoulders. I'm responsible for her now. I feel the weight of that.
I'll just be nice.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Even though Aina has her dumb moments, doesn't mean I still can't be somewhat nice.
Aina's gotten so good at fighting lately. Mentally and physically.
Wonder how long that's gonna last.
She's doing so well working through her grief and moving forward. That's why I need to keep a positive attitude too. I have to grow up, because I have to set a good example for her. And that's the reason I came here. I promise. Garoa, you, and everyone. I swear to protect Aina, no matter what happens. That's the very least that I can do. For everyone.
I don't know why I keep hearing Garoa, but it's Garoa. I'm sorry that I'm bringing this up. It's been bothering me for a while. I was able to freaking do that. I thought I accidentally pressed a button and that happened. But yeah, after the last time I streamed this, I had to do a lot of level grinding on stream. But most of that just I used the end game money, this thing that in the Seta to buy a lot of those yellow things for the towers. Just so you know what I'm talking about here. These things for the yellow portal. I've been doing a lot of that. And that's how I end up with level 60. But I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to reach level 70 at some point, and when I do, it's going to be payback time. It's going to be payback time. I'm going to correct really dumb mistake that I did when I started this game out. Whether I get help or not, well, it doesn't really matter as long as I take part in the fight and kill that malevolent Noglet or whatever it was that I don't remember what it was, but I guess it was a malevolent Noglet in the central alien, whatever. Screw it, you know what I mean.
It's hard to get a good feel for what it's like from so far away like this. Oh, good to see you again. Oh, I just came outside for a breath of fresh air. It can get pretty stuffy in the command room after a while.
I don't understand why you guys don't build an air conditioner, unless of course you mean stuffy by, oh, it's too crowded.
Oh, by the way, I was just organizing the survey reports from the Kavaris region. Would you like to hear about them? Great, let's go over them. Currently, Kavaris is a frozen region, completely covered in snow. But records show that it once had a more temperate climate, and was lush with vegetation.
Covered in snow, yeah, I can clearly see that from where we are right now, that it's a snow and ice region.
Not unlike the way Aelio is now, I imagine. Back then, it was home to many people, and it was even more flourishing than Aelio or Retem is today. But then there was the Dark Falls attack, and Kavaris became almost uninhabited overnight. Well, overnight might be a slight exaggeration, but there's no doubt the environment there changed drastically in a very short amount of time. The data on that period is missing from the records, so the reason remains a mystery. Although they managed to defeat Dark Falls, the people of Kavaris were still forced to relocate. Many of them fled to Aelio and began building this central city. And they say some of them went to the Retem region too. Kavaris had been all but uninhabited ever since. The advance team this time is part of the largest extended operation in the region so far. For such a long time, defending their own regions was all Aelio and Retem could do. But now that we have your help, we've finally been able to make inroads into Kavaris. We really appreciate all that you're doing for us. I'm sure the advance team knows much more than I do about the latest conditions in Kavaris. Ask them anything. If I weren't so busy with my operator work, I would have liked to try out for the advance team myself. I'd love to hear about what it's like there when you get back if you have time. I'll be waiting.
Goody! No, I'm just joking. Okay, I don't see anybody else but the one person in Central City, and that's Cross. I recall. And after that's done, I'm gonna go to Retem, and there was a side quest that I have to do for what was it? Katara. I'm supposed to be meeting her outside of Retem, or at least at the entrance. Oh, for God's sake, you and your... Whatever.
Later.
I did not want to talk to you.
Welcome.
Real quick, get rid of these. Get rid of the useless ones. Since I'm only going to use just the ones for ranged. Because gunner. And I say gunner because, you know, I'm using the assault rifle, using a gun for this game.
Thank you very much.
Ranger. I was checking my subclass again. Usually with Ranger, it's usually the bow character, but bow is something else.
Ah, it's you. Yes, I'm just going over some Central Canon data. Well, since you're here, why don't I explain more about this weapon? We call it Central Cannon, but officially, it's apparently a single-mounted photon particle cannon.
Then why not just call it that? Central Cannon just sounds dumb.
I say apparently, because it's part of the old lost technology. Who built it, when, and why, still remains a total mystery to us. We use it as a communications tower, and it's an integral part of Central City life. It even extends to underground spaces like this one, almost like the nucleus of the city. When it was first discovered, it wasn't working. My grandfather, Vanford, was the one who began repairing it. Actually, it's probably more accurate to say it was incomplete, rather than not working. At first, quite a few of its parts were missing entirely. It's taken quite a lot of time to understand its structure and build the missing parts. We couldn't get it operational during my grandfather's or my father's time. So of course, the task now falls to me, and, well, let's say it hasn't been easy. We finally got it to the point where we can fire it, but there's still room for improvement. We're especially having difficulty with the durability of the parts we developed. Actually, we even tried a test fire once, a long time ago. Have you noticed that mountain you can see from Central Tower, beyond the shopping plaza? Exactly. The test shot made the hole you see in it today. We meant to fire at the lowest setting, but we accidentally fired at the highest output the cannon had at the time.
Good move.
The barrel was damaged and part of the control unit was broken. The incident showed our design's imperfections. I must say, that failure is not my proudest memory. But it did represent progress in the project, so my feelings about it are mixed. In any case, that failure allowed us to finally bring the cannon to a working stage. But unfortunately, we don't have time to iron out all the kinks. I'm going to need a lot of help to get the remaining repairs done. Your contributions will be invaluable. I'll be counting on your help once again.
Okay, can I just say, I really like Crawford's design, or at least the outfit, I should say. Although I don't think I'll be able to pull off the look, because I'd be sweating buckets in an outfit like that. Next I'll go here, because I know there's some conversation of this in the mountain area. Where I go to fight Rennis Ritem.
Attention all ARC defenders. We are beginning a counter-offensive against dolls appearing in the Ritem region. We request the participation of all ARC defenders.
That got it. I can't do that. Of course I didn't find my own fault. Well, at least now I have a teleport waypoint to get to this mountain. Because the other one just leads to the combat sector. Which, like I said, led to the area where you fight Rennis Ritem. And mind you, it was a nicely designed boss, but I don't know. This just might be my way of saying it, but the fight itself just pales in comparison to Mulgera from Wind Waker.
it's you. I haven't seen you and Ritem since the battle with Renus. No, nothing to worry about. Just a little periodic check-in with Hattie. We could have talked over comms, but sometimes it's nice to get together in person. Anyway, that's over. Now, I'm just taking a little breather. Hattie and I have known each other a long time. I remember that day long ago. Our squad was on an expedition to Ritem, but we came under a massive Dolls attack. That's when I met Hattie for the first time. Our guys were hurting pretty bad, but Hattie's squad was even worse off. Hattie is a brave and capable Arks defender, but that day, he'd spread himself a little thin protecting his comrades. And then the Dolls attacked him from all sides. I lent a hand and helped get him out of a bad scrape. And we've been good friends and comrades in arms ever since. I guess we just understand each other. We're both castes and we're both loyal supporters of our leaders. When the war was going really bad in Ritem, and none of us could even get away to go help, we lost touch for a while. But now we're close again, just like old times. And it's entirely thanks to you three again. I'm truly grateful.
Hopefully it won't do that weird glitch again. The main thing.
Mission accomplished. Thank you for your contribution.
Yeah, shut up. Went the main theme of the gameplay when I was diving above this crater. I'll get to you in a minute. Just gonna collect some stuff.
Greetings. Well, the Alio people asked me to do a favor for them. They've requested that I investigate the lower level of Maquad here. As you of course already know, there's a broad open space at the bottom of this pit. And that space is filled with rows of large buildings. Old documents have these various structures labeled as energy plants. In other words, structures that house devices capable of producing energy. Until now, Ritem couldn't spare any manpower to learn more than that about Maquad. As far as we were concerned, the place was always little more than the lair of Renus Ritem. But now, as it turns out, we have a little more time on our hands. So Alio asked that someone come and examine the place further. I've always been curious about it, so naturally I volunteered. Lately, Alio has been sending a survey team of its own to conduct all kinds of investigations. They even allowed me to help with things I've never even done before. It's been slow going, but I am learning more and more about the plants. For example, did you know that some of those facilities are still operating? And apparently, the energy produced at those plants even helps supply Ritem City. The plants require no maintenance whatsoever. They simply keep operating forever on their own. I could never even imagine such feats of engineering. But to think that our lives were being powered by energy created in the enemy's stronghold. Truth really is stranger than fiction. I learned something else, too. Some traces of something having to do with the dolls were found in the Maquad facilities. Their investigation is still ongoing. All I've heard is that body tissue consistent with dolls units was found in some of the facilities. We had always made the assumption that the dolls simply found that big pit and decided to inhabit it. But if there is a deeper relationship between the dolls and those buildings, then something is definitely fishy. At this point, all we can do is speculate. I will be sure to let you know if I'm able to learn anything further. It's kind of nice, actually. Finding something else that could pique my interest as much as combat or music does. In a better world, perhaps I might have been a research scientist. One never truly knows down which path fate will lead him.
Then moving on. Of course.
Ah, it's you. Standing here with you like this, it makes me remember that day. I mean the day that I first met you folks. This is the one and only trade route between Ritem and Aelio. I've met all kinds of people here. This is also where I first ran into Dozer as well. I remember it clearly. Back then, just like today, there was a large incursion of dolls in the area. We had people out here on patrol each and every day. And then, one day, my squad and I were here scouting around, and we came under sudden attack. We were heavily outnumbered, and little by little, the enemy closed in on us. I put my guys behind me and tried to protect them to the best of my ability. Before I knew it, I fought my way through countless enemies and found myself at the edge of the fight. And that's when I noticed. In addition to me and my squad, there were others here fighting the dolls as well. It was Dozer and his squad. At the time, his attention was entirely on the enemy directly in front of him. He apparently hadn't noticed that another dolls unit was sneaking up behind him. So, I instantly mowed that enemy down and got Dozer out of a bad scrape. And, well, we've been good friends and comrades in arms ever since. Tell Dozer? Why would I? But perhaps you're right. It would be pleasant to talk over old times. There was a period when the fighting was so intense that we lost touch for a while. But as of late, there have been more opportunities to talk to him and the others from Aleo again. We used to discuss military matters exclusively, but now we talk about everyday topics too. And you know, it's all thanks to you three. I'm truly grateful.
Okay then. I probably should have picked the first option, but it probably would have just led to the same exact conversation anyway, so... Next will be... Alright, go to the Oasis since Nada is there. Close by at the waypoint.
You, is it?
Yep, it's me.
The enemies here are no match for me. Perfect timing. There is something I require your help with. I would like to ask you about the relationship we will be building between Retem and Aleo. Now that we will be cooperating, it would be proper for us to learn more about each other. I am not very familiar with the ways of Aleo, however. Other than military affairs, I know little of its culture and customs. As we are personally acquainted, I thought I could practice some cultural exchange with you. Come now, don't worry. Nothing more difficult than some simple conversation, just as we are doing now. What do you think?
Fine.
Is that so? Very good then. With Manon, I have had some exchanges about technological matters and the like. But I have not had much opportunity to speak with Aina. How should I phrase this? There are not many in Retem with a temperament such as hers. I find myself at a loss as to how to start a conversation. How do you usually interact with her? What are her interests, for example? Special talents? I suppose for me it would be combat, or no, singing. I see. This has been useful. My thanks. Do you have a moment now? I'd like to know more about you as well. Let me see. What shall I ask?
Oh, really? We're just gonna leave it there. Well, I should have chosen the singing part, but I figured she might have some other special talents apart from fighting and singing, but mistakes were made. Again. first. I just wish the cutscenes weren't all the same in terms of the...
That's not it. I cannot seem to master it.
Okay. With like the time of day, like it's nighttime when I get out of the cuts. Let's say if you get to a cutscene, it's suddenly daytime, and when you come out of the cutscene, it's like these cutscenes. At first it's nighttime, then you into these cutscenes, and suddenly it's daylight, and then you get out of it and it's nighttime again. It's just, why couldn't they just let it go?
Who is that there?
Huh? Don't you mean to say who's there? Not who was... Okay, that just didn't make sense.
You, is it? You are quite skilled at making yourself invisible. Impressive.
Don't you mean sneaky? That... No. Let it go, Ant!
Practicing? Yes, well, I suppose you could call it that. It is my dance lesson. I say lesson, but I no longer have a teacher. My family's gift is the power of song. But that power is not derived from singing alone. Only when song and dance combine as one does the true power manifest. That is what my mother always taught me. Singing aside, dance has always been a weak point of mine. Oh, how my mother used to scold me during my lessons. When I stopped singing in front of others, I stopped dancing as well. Now that I am singing publicly again, however, I can no longer neglect my dancing. And so I make the time to train myself daily in the art of dance. But having said that, however, I still find it difficult to be watched. If my dancing skills were a little more polished, I could perform for you and ask for your feedback.
Yeah, no need, I got enough of that with the live concerts.
Or perhaps you could dance with me. I was only teasing. Before I can reveal my song and dance, I need to be certain that I've mastered them first. When that time comes, I want you to be there. Goodbye now. Oh, and no more peeping from behind boulders.
Peeping from behind... Don't question it. I know I say don't question it and let it go a lot of times, but in my mind I still think about it and just think, why was that implemented into, like, why is stuff like this implemented into the story when it just doesn't make a lick of sense? Two places I gotta go to now, and then there's probably gonna be a third one after this. With Nadara, I mean. Just like it did with Manon. don't care. Really. Get out of my face. Wait, what? Hold up. Oh no, never mind. I thought Aina was. This was Aina ending. Never mind. Brain just go blip for a moment there.
It's you.
And it did it again.
I was hoping I might talk to you, if it's not an imposition. It was an arduous battle. Of course, it's not over yet, but at the very least, we've reached a major milestone. In this seemingly endless battle against Renus Retem. So many have given their lives in this struggle. If we had continued to fight on, alone, without accepting your help, I have no doubt we would have been defeated. The people of Retem have long relied on their own strength alone to solve their problems. We asked for help from no one. We were proudly self-sufficient. It was always thought that that was best. In this land covered in sand, and surrounded by mountains, cut off from the outside world, our perspective became limited as well. When the three of you arrived here, many of our people viewed you with little but skepticism. Some even suggested that joining together with you in battle would dishonor us. In truth, it was because of these opinions of my people that I refused your offer at first. When I look back on it, such pride was foolish. You helped us realize the error of our thinking. You came to this faraway land and proved that your methods are effective. Seeing this, Jalil and Mohsen had a change of heart. And in truth, so did I. Allow me to offer you my gratitude once again. I cannot thank you enough for rescuing Retem from this danger. There is truth in that. Every single time I come here, I always feel such a deep sense of shame. That feeling has not changed. But at least now I can tell them that they are finally victorious. The struggles of our predecessors have made us what we are today. And in the end, victory is ours. I can tell them that their deaths were not in vain. And the emotions I feel when I sing have begun to transform as well. By the way, there is something I have been meaning to ask you. How did it come to be that Manon knew the Song of Mourning? It is true that it has been passed down in my family for generations. It is also well known amongst my people. Perhaps it is not unreasonable that she may have heard it somewhere. Well, we've chatted at length. That's enough for now, I think. Why don't we pay our respects together?
Chatted at length and it didn't seem like a day went by. Not even a minute went by. Oh, seriously. And don't I technically need to be going over there? Yes, well, technically not, but take care of this crap real quick.
Trial start. Success!
Wait, is there another Nadara? I guess not.
Oh, hey you. Perfect timing. Can we talk? What do you think of the people of Ritem? Of course. Me too. When we first got here, I thought all of them were really super scary. Fighting is part of life for them, so they give off this total only the strong survive vibe. Or like, they really believe that might makes right. Remember how uptight they were when we got here and Renus Ritem attacked? They acted like they couldn't be bothered with some outsiders like us. But after getting to know them, I know that's not how they really are. When I made the effort, I found out that they're really kind. They even showed me how to survive in the desert. They told me all about which enemies I should be aware of, where to find food, and all kinds of other really helpful advice. A lot of them also asked me about Aelio. They haven't interacted with the outside world much, but they are interested in it. It's just that they've been so busy fighting that they didn't have time for much else. And even their strongest fighters never brag. They look out for each other, protect the weak, and help those in need. Oh, and they also talked about Nadara a lot. I could really tell that they were doing everything they could to support her. Not only do they respect her, but they completely trust her to lead them. I can really feel how united all the people of Ritem City are. When I stopped to think, it made me realize that the people of Aelio Town are the same. I almost feel like I found my new hometown. Which means I need to do my part to be a contributing member of Ritem Arcs too. I know I can do it!
Right. Sure you would. Anyway. There doesn't seem to be nothing else here. That is what that comes out right there. Let me look it up. Mini episodes. Not worth the effort. Here's the Nara I was talking about. Oh, that's it? Oh, so of course this is like a different live concert. But I feel like this might be just the exact same one they just kept, you know, showing over and over and over.
Thank you for coming. The concert is ready, thanks to your efforts. Now we need only wait for it to begin.
There are so many people!
Ah, you came as well.
Of course! We're dying to hear you sing.
And this time, you even have an orchestra accompanying you. I can't wait.
Everyone will put on their best show today. I hope you enjoy it. However, dolls are still being sighted in the area. If something happens, will you defend this place with us?
Yeah, no prob.
The show's about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. All of you should already know the reason for this concert. As you are aware, the art of music has flourished here in Ratem. I would like to use this opportunity to reignite our musical culture. This concert is the first step forward toward that goal. May it kindle your creativity and ignite a musical renaissance. But this is not meant to be a ceremonious occasion. Please enjoy yourselves to the fullest.
Okay, so it wasn't a flashback cutscene.
Renus Ratem?
But it's different from the one we fought.
It's a separate type. Its capabilities might differ from the others. Keep your guard up.
Hadi, we will draw its attention. You all must evacuate the citizens.
As you wish.
I literally thought it was just like the actual concert.
Success!
out my full-time blast to the charge of Alice.
We were able to protect the altar, thanks to you. I am grateful.
You truly saved our hides. Thank you.
I'm glad we could help.
This is but a token of my gratitude. Please take it. Now, then, let us resume the concert where we left off.
Best concert ever! Oh, I'm so glad we came.
Okay, well, that's done. Okay, I was like, shock.
Thank you very much. Drop in again sometime.
Test some of these real quick. Like I said, I just want these augments that only work for range since I'm a range character. The only reason why I'm getting rid of the ones that's like, you know, get rid of this one because it's just weak compared to the other ones. There's one level 2.
Thank you very much.
Level 2 and above.
Drop in again sometime.
At least until I get to a point where I can farm level 3s and 4s. That way I won't have to keep break. As soon as I do that, there's all this. Figured that after doing that, there wouldn't be there wouldn't be more of this until I finished, until I do the ice level. But nope, I was wrong. I know I don't have to do them, but I kind of obligated to do so. You know, there are people out there that are curious about the story and etc, etc, etc.
now. I was practicing singing. I try to do it where no one can hear me, but I guess you found me.
Unfortunately, I gotta stop being mean, but sometimes the snarkiness in me just comes out of me.
Nadara's singing was so beautiful. She's such a good fighter and a good singer. It's no fair. Hattie and the others were amazing too. Yeah, I thought it might be fun to sing along with everyone. Lately, I've been talking with Nadara often, and singing comes up a lot. When it comes to singing, she takes her practice just as seriously as her combat training. She's always trying to figure out how to best convey her emotions through her songs. Even though she lost the power of song and didn't sing publicly for a while, she told me she was still practicing the whole time. She is a really hard worker. I think that's exactly why everyone is so supportive of her. Manon said she didn't think that Nadara's singing would have any effect on us. But I feel like I can do anything when I hear her sing. Now that I think of it, we all used to sing in Aleo Town too. We used to sing and let it all out. Then we'd get a good night's sleep and be all ready for the next day. I think maybe song has a lot of power to begin with. I wish I could be like that. I wish I had some sort of special talent that I could use to help people. Oh, that reminds me. Once when I talked to Nadara, she let me see her room, and it's, well, it was super cute. She has little pink Rappy dolls all over her bed and stuff. They're everywhere. I wonder where she got all that stuff. Maybe one of her attendants made them. Or maybe she did? Oops. She made me swear I wouldn't tell anyone about her room.
Good move, Aina.
Sorry, forget I said it.
Too late. See what I mean? Aina and her dumb moments. And that was one of them.
Greetings.
I seriously hated that the weather changes in these cutscenes. I really wish they would just stay like how it is in game, but no.
What do you say? Would you like to hear an old story of mine? Good. I've never really liked this place. This Alnoda. It brings back memories of that day, you see. I remember well that day, that Nadara sang in front of everyone. The entire audience fell silent as the color drained from Nadara's face. In a panic, I cleared the venue, but Nadara just stood there in silence, her shoulders trembling. Never once before or since have I seen her like that. Everyone had simply assumed that she had the power of song. It had always been passed down from parent to child. It's a power not to be displayed without proper decorum. Especially not when the wielder was young, before it had been fully mastered. When Nadara was very young, she would only ever sing in front of her mother, Aldelia. Back then, Aldelia once spoke with me in regards to Nadara's power. She said that one day, Nadara's abilities would surpass her own. Now that Aldelia is gone, I can no longer ask her what she meant by that. But what I think Aldelia sensed was not Nadara's power of song, exactly, but I think she was just confusing her own power with Nadara's, as it resonated with Nadara's singing abilities. In any case, from that day forward, until you people came along, no one truly understood Nadara's power. Of course, I've already told you the story of how Nadara behaved after that. She threw herself into studying the art of war, as if to make up for what she lacked. In an attempt to support her, we also threw ourselves into the pursuit of raw strength. Once Nadara stopped singing, the musical culture of Ritem sadly began to die out. Day after day, all we did was fight enemies and fall down exhausted at night, and then wake up and do it all again. At the rate we were going, Ritem arcs would inevitably burn out. But just as I was beginning to become seriously worried, you arrived in Ritem so gallantly. These folks will bring about a change for us. Looking back, it seems strange I was so convinced without any evidence. But when I saw you fight, that's what I thought. Of course, you know better than anyone what happened after that. Nadara's true power manifested itself, and Renis Ritem was finally suppressed. And then music returned to Ritem. Thank you again for everything you've done. Thank you. You should tell everyone that. They'll be glad to hear it. And now, thanks to all of you, it isn't painful for me to come to this place anymore. We are in your debt. And now it's our turn to try and repay you. If you ever need anything, please do not hesitate.
So I'm gonna get, just throwing this out there, but I get the feeling that once I get to like the final boss of this game, it's gonna be like, I want to say like Zelda Breath of the Wild, where everybody, no, maybe not Zelda Breath of the Wild, but just hear me out, where like everybody shows up and, you know, it's going to turn into like one big war and everybody's just going to contribute, helping us deal with like the small fry while me, Manon, Aina, and I guess the, you know, if it comes down to it, like Nadara and the other, wasn't the leader of Kavaris, we end up fighting the final boss, or, you know, something along that line. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's just me rambling like a dope. Per usual.
The signal is... Theoretically, it should be like this. Oh, when did you get here? You surprised me again. You're pretty good at doing that.
Seriously, is footsteps not a factor for this game? For people to not hear somebody just show up or whatever.
I was just collecting their data. Don't worry, I let Manira know about it ahead of time. What I really want to know about these tuners isn't so much how they work, but I'm more interested in Nadara's power of song that they broadcast. Her ability has something to do with the relationship between her internal and external photons. Which would mean that it's something pretty similar to a technique. But a technique with that kind of area of effect would require an incredible amount of photons. I don't see how anyone could pull that off all by themselves. So, I thought I might start by looking into these devices. But no luck, I guess. From what I've been able to gather so far, the tuner amps are not very powerful. So what that means is that Nadara herself is generating the vast majority of it. It's possible that she's tapping into some power even more basic than that used for techniques. I'm wondering if it might be what's known as magic. That's a good idea, but I get the feeling that she may not understand it very well herself. But what we do know is that the power of song only passed down through her family line. And her power manifests differently than that of her ancestors. In fact, now I remember her saying that her feelings come through in her songs. For example, the feeling that she didn't want her people to get hurt was stronger than her feeling that she wanted them to fight harder. That had an effect on enemies and weakened them. No, I still need more data before I can even formulate a hypothesis. Regardless, it's impossible to totally quantify something like emotion. If it turns out that it's not possible to explain her power scientifically, then it has to be something supernatural.
Okay, we're finally done here. So all that's left now is to officially start Caveris. Or rather, continue on from where I left off in Caveris.
Come over here for a minute. Take a look. The view is beautiful. Every part of Caveris is so pretty. But when I think about how this view is the result of a fight with Dark Falls, I'm not sure how I should feel. Whew. We're at high altitude. It sure is cold up here. I don't think I could have made it up here without these clothes.
No duds, frickin' cold.
Manon was talking about how she can deal with this cold by stimulating her internal photons or something. I'm not so sure about that. It's pretty cold.
Again, snow, ice, and...
Oh, I got these from Crawford. Well, I guess it's more accurate to say my dad had them set aside for me. I guess my dad made a bunch of arrangements there, in case anything ever happened to him. He generally was the type to just go with the flow, but I guess he did plan ahead sometimes. I feel like I'm just now starting to understand some things about him. I guess the fact that he set these clothes aside for me means that he predicted I would come here at some point. He never did teach me much about fighting, but now this makes me wonder if he was planning to get around to it someday. By the way, I notice you always wear whatever you like.
Don't you ever get cold? Wow, is that a meteoring thing too? It's so strange. Well, I think I'll look around this area a little bit more before I move on. See you later!
Even though I made a big mistake going into that area where the cold can damage me, but she doesn't need to know that. Because it's none of her business. Sorry about that, my left eye was a little itchy. Okay. Wait. I'm going like shit. Apologies, I wasn't paying attention because that's literally wait, please. I wasn't paying attention to this point because I'm dumb.
I had a feeling you might come.
Sure you did.
You always creep up on me at times like this.
Not your fault for not listening for footsteps, which, like I said, I think would be a benefactor in these cutscenes.
Let me guess. You're interested in that place too? Yeah. Lysis also mentioned this place in his report. The people of Kavaris gave Belagana Ruins its name. They refurbished the large ruins that were already here, and turned them into a habitable place. Its population was on the order of Los Centros. It was considered second only to the first central city. And then, 100 years ago, it turned back into ruins again. Kavaris' technical proficiency at the time was far superior to Alio or Retem's. They used to make vehicles that would be considered advanced, even by today's standards. They poured out all that ingenuity into their fight against the dolls. The weapons and manufacturing techniques they came up with made them quite formidable. But even with that, they couldn't withstand the dolls' onslaught. They ended up almost completely wiped out. The reason was that their Ark's defenders were subpar. They relied too much on their superior weaponry and didn't develop their fighting abilities. The foundation of every Ark's defender is photons. No matter how powerful the weapon, without ammo or energy, it's worthless. In the end, all you can really rely on is your own photons, and your ability to wield them. The Kavaris Ark's defenders weren't able to do that, and so they lost. Or, at least that was the gist of the information found in Lysis' data. I only got to see some of the documents, but from what I saw, he mentioned the war often. Not only was he passionate about his research, but he was an excellent Ark's defender. At a basic level, all Ark's defenders need to excel in both martial and scientific pursuits. On that point, it's pretty similar to how Retem's Ark's defenders think. Neither Alio nor Retem had anything like the technology that Kavaris had at the time. But even if they did, they wouldn't have the capacity to produce it in mass. So they have to make do with the weaponry that they have. which means that each Ark's defender has to actually know how to fight. There simply isn't any other choice.
Yeah. Alright, now we can officially get this underway. Level 40? Yeah, I can handle it. Unless if I go up against a dangerously powerful boss, then maybe I can't handle it. He says with a malicious grin on his face. Yeah, I already know about the bow action. You don't need it. But what do you mean? They're just having a nice little snowball fight.
Trial start. Success.
Apparently they suck at it.
Someone's fighting. Let's check it out.
Okay, you don't have to like stop me in the middle of the
trial start.
In the middle of the journey.
Success.
What? Oh yeah, that makes sense. 1 second they're fighting, and all of a sudden, poof! They just insta vanish. I know I shouldn't be doing this unless I'm going up against like a boss or whatever, but I just want to have fun. Just want to fool around and be mean. Nope.
Trial start. Success.
Mackenzie, you have to stop me mid-progress.
Trial start.
He was a... No, let it go, man.
We'll help.
Oh, reinforcements. Great.
Trial start.
You'll try this, right?
I am. Wait, how'd you know my name? Oh, you must be the ones Kuka mentioned.
I'll block their attacks. While I'm doing that, you take them out.
What? Okay.
Success.
I let myself get surrounded there. Thanks.
You know, it's not super smart to come somewhere this remote all alone.
There's nothing to worry about. I know the Kavaris region better than any of my siblings.
And yet, you let yourself get surrounded.
Thank you, Nana.
What's an adventure without a little danger? Although, I did drag you into that battle. I'll be more careful in the future.
We met up with Thule earlier, and he hadn't found Ilma yet. What about you?
Swing and a miss for me too. I've looked all over now. Where in the world did he get off to?
Isn't there anywhere you haven't looked?
Huh. Lost Central's about the only place left.
Lost Central. I heard that a battle with Dark Falls took place there, and it was encased in ice afterwards.
But it's impossible to get inside. The dolls around there are unbelievably strong. Just getting near it is a nightmare. I find it hard to believe Ilma went there.
Which means...
Well, it's dangerous to just hang around here. Let's return to the lodge for now.
Okay. I'm going to head inside. If you've got business to attend to, you can go ahead and finish it first.
Sorry if you hear the neighbor's dog barking. I just have like windows, and that's why you can hear them. You know what? Yep, of course. No, dadgummit. This is much easier.
We're back!
Hey, you're back. Good to see you're all right.
She just said...
Tyvis and Thule told me everything. You helped them fend off the dolls?
Oh yeah, we managed to run into them.
Thank you all for helping them.
Don't mention it. We gotta help each other out in times of need. Need some help?
Sure. Thank you.
I destroyed every doll's nest I could find. I didn't see any trace of Elma, though.
Well, it sounds like we covered the entire region. If Ilma were here, he'd have some sort of brilliant idea for us.
Except he's not here.
No doubt.
I know that. Okay. I'm gonna do another sweep of the places I already looked. Maybe I missed something.
There's one more place I'd like to check.
Huh? Where's that?
Lost Central.
Don't be ridiculous! We can't go there!
Sure, Ilma was interested in Lost Central, but I doubt he'd go there.
That's the only place left, though.
It's too dangerous. As the eldest, I can't let you go. You always try to take on too much by yourself. Listen, we need to work together, or we'll never get anywhere.
Simmer down, everyone. If only Grandpa was here.
Grandpa.
Kuka, where are you going?
Ever since Grandpa passed away, we haven't gone near his room. But it looks like Ilma decided to go in anyway.
I think you're right, now that you mention it.
You all inherited this land from your grandfather, right?
Yeah, not that anyone lives in the Kavaris region anymore, so it's just a formality.
But we'll return it to its former glory one day, just like Grandpa dreamed.
This has been used recently.
May I? Looks like your grandfather gathered a lot of data on Lost Central. There's even info on its interior. Which means... There. See that? It looks like there's a side entrance into Lost Central.
So, you think Ilma went to Lost Central after all?
Most likely, yes. Do you know where this is?
That's just on the other side of Mistra Woods. But there's no secret path around there. I should know.
It might be hidden or constructed, so it's hard to see at a glance.
Anyway, we should go check it out.
I agree.
If you insist, then I won't stop you. It may be dangerous, but I'll protect everyone. Okay, head out.
Oh wow, I didn't didn't realize I leveled up after that. Oh, what do you want? I don't need you to tell me all this. I am well prepared, and I'm already aware of what my battle power is. Advances story. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, do I have to do any... $45. I can handle it. One of these days I'm going to be saying I can handle it, and then next thing I know I won't be able to handle it. It's like, hey, you know what? Last time I was joking. This time, I'm serious. I really can't handle it.
I'm not seeing anything that looks like an entrance.
Why not the door in front of you?
There was an image of this area. Wasn't it this wall here?
Well, wall, door, whatever.
doesn't it sound hollow to you?
There must be a cave on the other side.
Step aside.
That's one tough wall.
This is the picture of it. I feel like something's different about it.
It does look a little different, but what does it mean?
Oh my goodness, could it not be any more obvious as to why it's Oh, thank God, a puzzle. I was going to ask, is it really going to become a puzzle?
You did it!
You did good work too, Kuka.
An easy SMEG puzzle, even though the middle choice was the, it was just a little test, even though it was wrong. But hey, again, it was simple, easy to do.
Dolls!
Here they come!
Trial start. Success.
Made a mistake in choosing the middle option, but hey, correct that mistake with the last option. At least it fixed itself, so I'm not worried.
Ilma.
Don't question it, Aunt. Don't question it. Don't question it.
You guys?
Ilma!
Ilma! Ilma!
Ilma!
Wow! You all came!
What are you doing here?
We were so worried.
Sorry. I was looking through Grandpa's research and found info on how to get into Lost Central. I was only planning to come and have a quick peek, but then some powerful dolls blocked the passage. I wanted to contact you, but the jamming signals were so strong I couldn't. Thanks for coming to rescue me.
You never change.
I know. You lose sight of your surroundings when you're doing research, but still.
You're such a pain sometimes.
We were worried. But it's good to see you're all right.
Thank goodness.
And it's all thanks to you guys that we were able to find him.
Yeah, thank you.
That's not true. We all did it together.
Don't take another dumb court.
Ilma, we need to talk to you.
And you are?
We came here from Central City to find you, on Crawford's orders.
Oh, right. You want the data needed to improve Central Cannon. We discovered in the previous battle that Central Cannon was capable of damaging Dark Falls. However, as you probably know, there are two main challenges. The first is output. Even if we can damage Dark Falls, that doesn't mean it's enough to defeat it. In order to achieve that, we'd need hyper-compressed photons, and also an accelerator capable of discharging them. The other problem is durability. The barrel of Central Cannon was damaged after firing off just a single shot. The barrel and photon accelerator need to be reinforced. For that, you need more durable materials for the interior firing mechanism. Although, as I already explained to Crawford, these problems can easily be solved by using the materials and techniques found here. So moving on to the problem at hand, farther inside this area is a place with some considerably valuable data and machine parts.
You completely lost us, Ilma.
Oh, to put it simply then, there's a weapon inside Lost Central that was once able to drive back Dark Falls. I found data on the materials and techniques used to create it, but I found something else of worth too.
Huh?
You'll understand once we get there. Everyone, follow me.
Right.
The interior of Lost Central.
There are dolls roaming around. Don't let your guards down, people.
Trial start. Success. Trial start. Success!
Where are we?
Lost Central's control center. This is the core unit. Well now, let's see here. You can all take a break. Central people, could you come here? I've hit a snag. Can one of you try to help me get past it?
Sure, I'll try. There isn't enough power. The backup is drained too.
Well, that's only natural. Here, use this battery.
Well, okay, just toss it to...
I don't know if that'll be enough. Oh, it looks like the subunit is back online.
Great. Let's use that then. All right. I think the core system is coming up too.
I'll redirect power from the sub to the main. We should probably use safe mode just in case.
Right. Hey, you're pretty good. You really know your stuff.
The same to you.
Wow, she can understand Ilma.
Our Manon's pretty smart, you know. It's working?
Hopefully, yeah. Okay. Let's take a look inside.
Dolls?
It seems that we have woken them up from their nap.
Never mind. We'll take care of them.
Besides, I'd fall asleep if I had to keep watching you work, Ilma.
Trial start. Success.
Crap.
There's so many! Tie this! Mary! Grab their attention! Julie, over there!
You got it.
Yeah? Yeah! Ilma!
You okay?
Okay, but what about our group?
Wow, they're so strong.
Now that's teamwork.
take care of this one!
Of course we will. Any second now. There we go.
Trial start.
Let's go, David. Knock the ball. Oh, boss is dead.
You did it! Nice work! Ha! That was a great team play! Okay, let's grab the info we need and go. Ooh, it's just as I thought. There's a wealth of information about Dark Falls stored here.
Whoa.
With this, our chances of defeating Dark Falls should rise exponentially. Huh? What's this?
Grandpa.
I imagine that it is my grandchildren who have discovered this file. There is something I wish to tell you. As a result of analyzing the data left behind in Lost Central, I have found that Dark Falls was still in the midst of growing. In this unstable form, it was incapable of unleashing its full power. It is my belief that in the not-too-distant future, Dark Falls will appear once again and grow into its complete form. I do not know if this will be of any use, but I have left behind data on Dark Falls' attack on Lost Central. I hope that it may lead the way to defeating Dark Falls once and for all. Tyvus, Tuli, Ilma, Kuka, Mary. I was only there in place place of your parents for a short while, and for that, I apologize. Forgive me. I hope that you will all grow and mature into fine adults. If the 5 of you work together, no one will even come close to rivaling your leadership. Treasure each other always.
Grandpa. Thank you, Grandpa.
It's okay, Grandpa. We're doing all right for ourselves.
You were all a great help.
I made you some lunch for your trip back.
Thanks.
Well, I see you've received the data. That concludes your mission, then. Thank you for saving Ilma. You have my gratitude.
Leave Central Canyon's renovations to me. I'll be working alongside Crawford.
Now then, please get some rest once you get back. Crawford, over and out.
Shall we be on our way?
Take care. Come again sometime.
Yeah, you have to!
Okay, we will. See you, everyone!
Aina has already returned or have been invited by another player. Yeah, I don't really care about all that, so okay. Oh no, don't tell me I screwed up. I might have screwed up. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to go ahead and leave it here for the time being. Seeing as if that has happened. Should have just left her continue speaking. So, yeah. Goodbye.